What is up, everyone? It is I, Ryan Neo Wayne, and welcome to Reg J. And this one is going to be, I think it's going to be a fun one. We get to use some mythicals, which basically means ranked battles and stuff on Scarlet and Violet will be coming to an end by the end of the year, because I think they're pretty much going to be doing everything on they're going to be doing everything on champions pretty much. So this is probably the last thing we'll do on ladder, just kind of like they did with Sword and Shield, where they were just like, hey, you can use whatever you want, just have fun. Yeah, so this is a Darkrai team I saw, and it also has Groudon. This I chose, one, because Darkrai is one of my favorite mythical Pokemon of all time. Yeah, I know, I'm such an edgelord. And then Groudon, Ruby was my first ever Pokemon game, and I love these two Pokemon. I think they have a lot of fun support, and yeah, so I saw this on Jordy VGC's channel, and then this is made by Mr. Crotastic. All the stuff will be in the description below. So let's go over the team. So we have a Darkrai with the Ghost Terra, Dark Pulse, Dark Void, Protect, and Sucker Punch. Bad Dreams, Focus Sash, Groudon with the Fire Terra, Drought, Clear Amulet, Precipice, Blades, Heat Crash, Heavy Slam, Protect, Chi-Yu with the Ghost Terra, Beads of Ruin, Choice Scarf, Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, Snarl, Overheat, Sandy Shocks with the Grass Terra, Photosynthesis with the Booster Energy, Electro Web, Earth Power, Gravity, Protect, Flutter Mane with the Fairy Terra, Choice Specs, Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Icy Wind, and Shadow Ball. Last and certainly not least, we got the Rilla with the Fire Terra, Grassy Surge, Assault Vest, and that is going to be Grassy Glide, Woodhammer, U-Turn, and Fake Out. So, main thing about this team. So Dark Void used to be a really awesome move. Then they nerfed it. Because, yeah, they were like, we can't just have this guy just putting stuff to sleep. So its accuracy is pretty bad. So that's why we use Gravity to make it better. And when it's asleep, obviously it has its mandatory turn. And then with its ability Bad Dreams, it takes chip damage. Yeah, so and then also it's like, if you're running Gravity, you might as well run Groudon. So this is a Sun team as well, which I always like. Yeah, and then you got some fun heavy hitting mons, and then you do have some speed control here with Electro Web, as well as like Icy Wind. Yeah, so, and you got you got some priority, but like, yeah, so just be careful, I'd say, when you're going up against Trick Room. Yeah, I have not used this team yet, but it looks like a lot of fun. So let's cut the chit chat. Let's go straight to the battles. Alright, we got here, this is like a Reg G team, basically. Elfa da Tumare Eminemini. Alright, so what I want to do is put things to sleep. They are also a Sun team. As far as I know, they do not have a wide guard. Harambe, let us see what you have Terra-wise. Fire. Okay. Be honest, this is what I talked about earlier about Trick Room being tricky with this team. I think we bring Harambe in the back for trade, or just do this, and then we bring Groudon. It's not my favorite position to be in. What we gotta hope for is that we get off Gravity and Dark Void without a hitch. And then just go to town, have fun, and yeah. Alright, so Smeargle and Cowie Ice. Part of me thinks I should Ghost Terra here, just because I do not want to have to deal with... Oh, wait, Gravity. Okay. I think we have to press Gravity, and then try and get them in the Void. At the very least, try and get one of these Pokemon to fall asleep. Preferably Calyrex. Alright. We are hoping a lot here. Okay. So we got the Ghost Terror on. Protect. Makes sense. Are you gonna try and put one of my own Pokemon to sleep? Gravity. Alright. So now the Void. The Void! It's so cool. Alright. So protected, which also means you get a little bit of sleep. Alright. Smeargle is fast asleep. Doesn't get a move off. Bad Dreams is going to torment it. I wish you had Volt Switch right now. But I think at this moment, try and take you out, and then try and get the Frey switch in, and get the Void to happen again. Earth Power will take out Smeargle, so we don't have to worry about it waking up, and then putting something of mine to sleep. The Void. It puts everything to sleep. It does not care. Alright. So it gets its mandatory turn of sleep. We're going to be doing that chip. So now I'm wondering what you have in the back. Urshifu. Alright, we're going to Electro Web here. And then... do I do the Void again? Yeah. Or, I don't know. I think we do this. Oh, battle is canceled. Yes, they just do not want to deal with the Void shenanigans. It's too deadly. Up against Brook, and what do we see? This is this is pretty much a Reg-I team, but technically falls in the category of Reg-G, and it is a it's Reg-G team, or yeah, Reg-I, words. Anyway, thinking time. So I feel like we need the Sandy Shocks, get some of that speed control going. I kind of want to use Void. I use Void, like, this is the Thunderbolts. Yeah, so we'll use you. I want to bring Groudon in the back. And I think you are going to be very helpful. Alright. Let's go. Against Kyogre. Let's see if the Void will help us. Yeah. Yeah. I'll admit, this reminds me of the Thunderbolts a little bit, and Bob's character. Now, with my long hair, I kind of remind people of Bob / Sentry. Humble brag. Anyway, enough Marvel. It's time for Pokemon. So, what we're going to want to do is Gravity. Actually, this thing could no taunt. It could. So I'm actually down, in case it wants to do any of that, Electro Web, and then we're going to put them in the Void. I know we said set up Gravity first, but YOLO. That is my rationalization for this. I'm going to lower their speed, hopefully put something to sleep. Tailwind. Are we fast enough? Electro Whip. Yeah. So it's going to avoid... Tornadus is going to avoid it. Alright, so we're going to lower Kyogre's speed. Dark Void is going to miss both Pokemon. Water Spout. Well, this was a very unfortunate turn. Critical hit on Shandy Shocks just to rub the salt in the wounds. Okay. So, we messed up this game, basically. I am going to do a little bit of a we're going to go Gravity, and then we're going to go out into Groudon. Yeah, Gravity be important. I think that's always the tricky thing when you go into these battles. You have to think about how is there. Okay, so good thing they. All right, it's doable. It's not, but it's on paper technically doable. So we lost our Gravity user. Things are getting worse. One little slip. Alright, and then we're gonna go into Rilla. Now the question is, you probably have Rain Dance. And with that being said, I think we fake you out. Because you just did all of that. And then we're going to... Should we Heavy Slam? Try and get some damage off. We're gonna Heavy Slam. Alright, fake out. We'll go through. Rain Dance, as expected. Alright, we're gonna get the Heavy Slam off here. Does about half. Not ideal, but it's something. And then we have one more turn of Tailwind that we have to endure. So I think we got a Grassy Glide here. And then I think we try and sack Darkrai. It's sad, and yeah. I could protect. I mean, it's not great being in not winning the Weather War, but it's not the end of the world. Protect. Grassy Glide, will it take it out? It does. Now, the big question is Bleak Wind going to knock out my Rilla? If not, we may or may not have a way back into this game. In theory, more likely, may not, but we're gonna have to try and be optimistic. So they have to set up Tailwind if they want to use it again. Who is coming in now? Ogerpon. So it's gonna be basically my moves will be neutral against it. I think we're going to fake you out. We're gonna swap Darkrai. We're not in the best position. We're in a losing position, if I'm gonna be honest. But, you know, like, this is just to show you how important Gravity is for this team, and how Darkrai had to get nerfed for reasons. For reasons. I guess they're gonna go with Bleak Wind instead of setting up. Alright, Rilla lives on 9 HP. We love that. Earth. Ooh, okay, that does a decent chunk. Now, if you're not Covert Cloak, which you I would say more often than not, you're going to be Covert Cloak. But you might not be. And if you're not be, that could be good for us. Alright. So, Rilla, you're going to come back in. There's a few things I can do here. Tornadus wants to set something up. Who do they have in the back? Things that typically will not appreciate Groudon. I think we try and Heavy Slam. Right now we just gotta hope that Tornadus is not Covert Cloak. It is not. That's good for us. Ivy Cudgel will go in, but it will resist. Or not resist, but yeesh. Critical hit just to rub salt in my wounds. What is this, Garganackle? Alright, so we won the Weather War. This is going to help out a lot. Alright. Let's see what their last Pokemon is. So, Urshifu. So, they still have... It's not being very effective. I could try Heat Crash here. Alright, because Grassy Glide is not going to do enough to take out Urshifu. And this thing can redirect. I think we risk it for the biscuit. And then we try and Grassy Glide. There's really not too much we can do. Alright, Grassy Glide will knock out Ogerpon. So all its moves are single target. If it is smart, it goes for yes. Okay. This can be choiced, or it could not be choiced. Precipice Blades will go off. It does... Okay. This is going to be very dependent on if this thing is choice locked or not. And also bulk. And if I hit... Can I turn this? Oh, battle is canceled. We won. And we still won, despite making a mistake. So you see, regardless of anything, play to your outs, and gravity is super important in these games. So we have, okay, it's a Red Guy team, but I'm pretty sure they just want to see what they can do. I do like the Greninja over here. I think... Ooh, you would resist, or Goldango would resist, or not be affected by the Void. Do I want to switch it up just to mess with them? Because they're going to think, alright, we need answers into these two. If we bring you in... Because I feel that obviously it is these two. So I feel... Let's switch it up on them and do this. Also that. Okay. We can bring Groudon. And then Darkrai, admittedly, is not... If we Ghost Terra this, it won't be so bad. Or do I want... Or we have Sucker Punch. There's things we can do. Actually, I talked myself out of it. We are going Sandy Shocks. Yeah. If they have, like, immediate answers to try and take out the Sandy Shocks to set up gravity, sometimes it behooves you just to be like, cut that strat. Alright. Goldango and Chiampao. Chi-Yu. Okay. They will not be happy with this team. Unless this thing has... Alright, if we do Heat Wave, we can hit both targets. And then... You are only fairy. Admittedly... I'm not too happy with this portion. Things can also miss. Honestly, I'm gonna do this. Heat Wave is gonna miss something. Chiampao. Alright, Goldango goes down at least. Alright, so what are you going to do now? Dazzling Gleam. It'll bring it down to like... Oh! They don't have a choice. Cool. Alright, and I think this is another thing, great thing to like kind of illustrate with this game as well, is that this Pokemon has modes. So this mode, obviously, is... yeah, and this Rayquaza is not going to do anything. into, well, can extreme speed. They have some stuff. I will say it also shuts down. Okay. You're not a good Pokemon. Your move is really good right now. I don't think I want to waste the Terra. So I'm going to Heat Wave, even though it's not really effective. And then we're going to Dazzling. Yeah. This could be choiced. It's not choiced. Or it could be. We're about to find out. Dazzling Gleam goes through. Yeah. This is just, I think this was just a bad matchup for them. Or maybe they just didn't know what to do to the team. I think sometimes you can surprise your opponents with the leads, because like the obvious strategy is to go with Sandy Shocks, and you bring Sandy Shocks and Darkrai, or Sandy Shocks and Groudon. So if they're not expecting that right off the bat, you can really catch them off guard. GG's. Up against Rosalina, and we see a Gen 5 centric team with cameos from Ribombee and Meowstic. We see some fun stuff here on, yeah, I like Gen 5. The one thing that makes me nervous is that Mienshao, or Mienfu. I think it's Xiao. Yeah, you think I would know this better. But alas. Alright, so if I'm thinking of what they will probably want to lead, I'm down with... you have Protect. These two to start with. This does make their fire moves a little more powerful. I bring the Void in the back. I can't see what its nickname is. What else do I want? I feel you will be useful. Alright. Void. And if they knock out something, then I bring in the Void, and then I just make them cry. We also can start with what they're... Alright, so Mienshao and Reshiram. So this thing has Fake Out. I do wonder if this thing will probably sets up. I'm gonna Protect for now. And then... Wait, do I want that? I'm trying to look in the back. Honestly, I think they just don't want Sandy Shocks to get anything off. So I'm going to actually make a risky move. Okay. It is going to Terra a Pokemon. What is Terra? Alright. Reshiram into fire. I'm okay with this. So they are going to hopefully fake out my... Alright, hopefully they fake you out. My Sandy Shocks, and Groudon is able to get this free Precipice Blades. Alright, I get the Protect off. Do not see Wide Guard. Fake Out goes into the Sandy Shocks, as we predicted. And then, what are you going to try and do? Fusion Flare is going to go off into my Groudon. Thankfully, we resist. It still does too much damage. Precipice Blades will hit both targets, though. And Reshiram is down. See? You know, that was a trade I'm not too happy about. But that just goes to show, like, don't actually sleep on Reshiram. It has the, well, it didn't trade. It just brought my Groudon very low. But the good part is we can get off Gravity. Gravity. And then Heat Crash. As soon as we can get rid of Wide Guard, the better. Fake out. Oh. Alright, we're still going into Heat Crash here. I do believe Meowstic also has access to screens. So maybe that's their objective here. Alright. I think their best move is try and get rid of Sandy Shocks. Alright. So I'm going to... I still feel like I still need to set up Gravity, and then we're going to do Precipice Blades. Because I could Protect. There's several moves I can make right now. But, alright, Fusion Bolt is going to go into you. Will it take you out? Yeah. Expected, but now we set up our Darkrai for success. I'll get Gravity off, which is important. Psychic is going to go into... Do you live this? Yeah, you live it. Alright, oh, we're getting some drift. We don't want that. Not mid-battle. Alright, so... Okay, drift. I need you to not. I think we Earth Power, and then we activate the Void. Earth Power is going to go into you, and then brings it into the red. Dark Void will put both of them to sleep. This Pokemon, I love it so much. Alright, so they're not going to get any moves off. The Void. They cannot avoid it once Gravity. These are bad jokes, but I'm having fun. That is my main MO when it comes to these games. Bad Dreams is going to torment them. The question is, will they let me get off a deciding blow? They just cancel. Alright. No worries. But, you know, we had fun. And yes, this just shows how OP Dark Void is once it can actually hit. Okay, we see... this is a Reg G team. It looks cool, though. Got dragons. So, same plan. We are going to ruin their lives with these two. Actually, well, I mean, Sandy Shocks has Protect, so I'm not too... Depends. It could have Encore, the Calyrex. I think it'll be fun, though. Alright, and then... What? Well, in fairness... I don't know. I think Flutter could be very useful here. And then, do I want you? Yes. Alright. If they have one restricted, I will bring just one as well. I will bring the Void. Nah, I'll be fair. You know, yeah. And granted, they're bringing Cali, Shadow Rider, one of the strongest freaking restrictions there is. So, alright, they're gonna start with Arch and okay, neither no fake out. That makes Ryan very happy. Okay, so we know what we're gonna do. We are going to cast the Void upon them and use Gravity. Alright, so Gravity is here. Now they will enter the Void. That also grounds Zapdos as well. Fun little facts. Alright, so they will both get their mandatory turns of sleep. Who scares me more? Oh wait, what? Oh, it didn't work on... I'm confused. It didn't do it on Arch? Alright. Well, if that's the case, Archaludon, you must go. Alright, we're gonna double up into there. Earth Power is gonna do a hefty chunk. I say that it just straight one-shots it. Alright, and then Dark Pulse. This is like Tobias. Alright, it wakes up and then it uses Rain Dance. Alright. Since it's awake, whatever's coming in. Alright, Ensign. What worries me is potentially speed control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Ghost Terra. Because the fake out can't happen. I am going to Earth Power into you. Alright. I am going to Terra. Alright. Now, I don't know what they're reserving their Terra for. Could be their Calyrex in the back. Earth Power is going to go into you. Oh, you don't even go for... Okay, bye. Alright, and then Zapdos is going to enter the Void. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Alright, now it's going to be taken aback by Bad Dreams. Part of me wants to... Well, I mean, alright, so if it's Callie... Yeah, it is Callie. It could be Dark. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Electro Web. How many turns of gravity is left? 2 turns. Cool. I'm going to use the Void, and then I'm going to Electro Web. Alright, they're going to Terra, which, yeah. You should. Okay, so it is going to be Ghost type. This is going to do damage. However, we have the boost, and it's going to lower their speed. Zapdos goes bye-bye. Alright, that's going to lower it. That should be enough for Darkrai. It is. And then goes into the Void. Okay, Calyrex is now asleep. Bad Dreams will haunt it, and yes. Darkrai is so much fun. I love this Pokemon. Alright, so we're just going to Dark Pulse, and then Earth Power. Earth Power, is it enough? No. So we're going to use Dark Pulse, finish us off, and finish the game. GG's. Yes, this is a... I can't stress enough how awesome this combo is. But GG's. Yeah. I think this... Yeah. I'm trying to think if my opponent could have done anything. If they were able to fake out before I have gravity. That's probably what I'm thinking. But yeah. Yes. Okay, we have struggled to find any mythicals here. So... I'm glad we finally found something. Alright, so... This team makes me very nervous. Not gonna lie. I might start off with you two. I think late game Sandy Shocks will be good once they're done with their speed shenanigans. And then what really concerns me is their Terapagos. So this is pretty much all except for Clefairy and Annihilate, a normal team. Alright, so I have thinking time. Do I want to switch it up and bring you two? I could. Actually, nah. Okay. Okay, dokie. This is getting me nervous. Alright, they love Terrapagos. It's a fun mon. Alright, so they're gonna go with this. What I'm probably gonna do here... It might be risky to Ghost Terror right off the bat, but I feel it is necessary. I'm gonna Snarl. I'm gonna Moon. You scare me. Oh, okay. Yeah. For a split second, I thought they were gonna Terra first. Alright, so we get you. So this is bad because, yes, this is in front of Terrapagos, and that means that it will be super effective. Fake Out will not go in. This what makes it worth it, though. We're gonna get Snarl. Okay. So we're not gonna get, dang. It is a crit. Now, are you Covert Cloak? You are not. Cool. Alright, Moonblast will go into you. Brings you down to Sash. Now we just have to hope that the Moody is in our favor. Alright. Calm Mind. It's going to be raising its defenses. Alright. So what is Moody going to do? That is what I'm worried about. It is speed. So something can Spore. We love that. We're going to go with Snarl. And then Moonblast. I mean, it is choice, so we should have the speed advantage. However, I am always nervous. Alright, so it's going to Terrasilize. We figured that was going to happen. And then probably Terra Star Storm. So Snarl will go through. Thankfully, that eliminates their little Smeargle. Alright, so we are at the very least lowering its special attack. We do pretty decent damage. This is going to do pretty decent damage into us. Alright, it's going to hit both, but we survive. So typically people run Banded Arceus. So they bring out Indeedee, the great friend. So we are going to Snarl again, and then yeah. So this is tricky because that makes my job a little harder. Alright, so it's gonna protect. Okay. That means single target will go into you. Oh, it's gonna double protect. Alright. Also, this Indeedee, we don't have the psychic terrain up. Odd. Maybe they were just seeing we are in fact choice locked. So yeah. Well, you're not Assault Vest. I guess that was for them to get some lefties over. Alright, so same plan. We're gonna do this. Snarl, it's gonna miss what? Indeedee, okay. I'm fine with that. Indeedee will pretty much Trick Room. Alright, so we get rid of their Terrapagos. So we're in a pretty decent spot right here. Trick Room or Heal Pulse. Oh, okay. Alright, is this our... Yes, it is our Lord and Savior Arceus. I don't want to... I think I need to switch you out, but I want a safety swap if that is the case. I'm just going to Snarl. And then Moonblast. Battle is canceled. Alright. Yeah, I think we just had a pretty... You know, this is another strengthy duo here. It's like, if you're able to... You know, like... Chi-Yu and Flutter Mane are like this. If you have the speed control and you're if you have the speed and they're not able to get any of this stuff off, like Trick Room, Tailwind, and they have faster stuff to outspeed you, it is a combo that can just annihilate your team. But yeah, that was fun. All right, that is it. Final thoughts on this team. So much fun. I understand why it's not eligible for in-person tournaments, but boy, I would clean house. This is like so much fun to use. But yeah, shout out to everyone at Worlds. It is a honor that California is hosting it 2 years in a row as a SoCal resident. Yeah, and to all the competitors out there, best of luck, have a lot of fun, and enjoy the city. I'm not in Anaheim, but Anaheim, a lot of fun stuff there. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.